Today we're going to be talking about why women sacrifice health for beauty, the fake butt phenomenon. Stay tuned. Today we're going to be talking about why women sacrifice their health for beauty, and we're going to mainly be talking about the fake butt phenomenon. All right, we're going to be talking about where it comes from, the different type of procedures, and the downfall of getting butt injections. All right, first let's talk about where it comes from. All right, before it came to America, it started out in Latin America. This was very popular amongst Latin women. A lot of salons used to do hair, and then they used to have skin treatments, and they used to offer this for $50. And women would get what you call oil injections, which is loco table oil, which is injected into their butt, which causes the muscles of the butt to swell up. Now, it started out as small procedures, and then it turned into bigger procedures as Hollywood caught on to it. Now, when it comes to these procedures, a lot of women like to lie and say that they went to the gym to get their butt. But in a lot of cases, you can spot that. And I'm gonna give you one way that you can spot it. When you see a woman claiming that she went to the gym to look like what she looked like, look at her shoulders. If her shoulders are muscular, that lets you know that she's been squatting, because you gain muscle when you're holding on to a squat rack. When you're going to go squat and you're holding on to the bar, your body also builds up muscles, so which should make her upper back just as tough as her bottom. But if she has a soft shoulder and a soft face, best believe that it is injections, especially if she has a fat stomach. Now, we're gonna actually talk about these different type of procedures. And we're gonna start off with the first procedure, which is also the cheapest procedure, which also causes the most harm. And that's going to be the local table oil procedures, also known as the silicone procedures. Now, when it comes to these procedures, you can also see men do it in the bodybuilding world, but you mainly see women do it because it's very cheap. You could order kits online for $50, and there is a lot of underground places and hotel rooms and back rooms that are charging $200 and having butt injection parties that are injecting this silicone. And what this silicone does is it goes inside of the woman's butt, and it causes the muscle cells to actually explode and actually blow up like a balloon. So the more round her butt is, and the more it looks like a balloon that's blown up, that's how you spot a silicone injection, because her body is having a reaction to it. All right? And these type of injections are the cheapest, but they're the most deadliest because they always end in tragic. Typically, when it comes to the silicone injection, years down the road, that injection is going to harden in her body, because the oil that was put in with it was to stop the silicone from actually hardening. But as the oil leaks through the body, the silicone is left to harden up. So there's options after this for women to fix it, which is typically plastic surgery to remove her butt and put on another procedure so she has a butt. This type of procedure does more damage to a woman's body than any other procedure. Next, we're gonna go with fat transfer injections. Fat transfer injections is the most popular because it's not too expensive and it's not too cheap. Typically, you could get these jobs done for about $10,000. You could go and get a fat injection, but the fat injection actually lasts longer because your body is already used to the fat that's been injected into it. Typically, fat would be removed from her waist, her arms, and her breasts and be placed inside of her butt. Now, the reason why a lot of celebrities like Kim Kardashian, your Nicki Minaj's, the reason why they do this treatment is because their body doesn't have a reaction to it, and it's easier for them to maintain. Now, when you're doing the fat injection, women have to actually maintain the same diet because her butt is still going to determine, her butt size is still going to determine how her diet is. So if her metabolism slows down, and her body is still used to that amount of fat on her waist, then her body will start storing fat all over again, And being that she has more fat on her butt would get even bigger with her thighs. And then you'll just see nothing but cellulite, and more fat being added on. That's the downfall of it. So when women actually do fat injections, they actually have to change their diet, because the moment that they start eating, they're gonna put the weight back on and more weight towards their butt, because their butt has an extra layer of fat. Women find this one to be actually the best one for them, because your body is gonna react to it differently than it is when you're dealing with silicone injections and you're dealing with implants. All right. Next, we're going to go with the Brazilian butt lift. The Brazilian butt lift is the third one, the most expensive one, and the one that has to always be maintained. All right. The Brazilian butt lift is also the most complicated. Now, with the Brazilian butt lift, you're going to find a lot of petite women getting this. And the reason why a lot of petite women get this is because you actually need injections. You're going to get injections, you're going to get a fat transfer, and you're going to get silicone all in one. Because the Brazilian butt lift is designed to give you the perfect look. This is actually designed to give you that hourglass figure that you're going for. So when you see women with this figure that just looks perfect, this is the most expensive operation that's done, but the most complicated. When things go wrong with this procedure, typically a woman has to be rushed to the hospital and the implants have to be removed. You have more cases where implants are actually exploding inside of a woman's body, and it's leaking through her legs and it's leaking through the rest of her body, which will cause her body to actually put her body in shock just from the silicone. But it gives off a very, very good look. Not only does it go from the waist, but it also goes all the way down to the top of the knee. Women get this cosmetic procedure when they're searching for the perfect look, but you mainly only see it in small petite women and fitness models get this done as well. Now we're going to talk about the downfall of the butt injection. The downfall of it, it don't matter which procedure you get or woman gets, it really don't matter. At some point in your life, your body is going to reject the chemicals. It don't matter. You're going to have to go to the hospital. You're going to have to get it removed. It will affect your health. You will feel sick. Your skin will also change as well. Especially the ones that have the oil treatment and the Brazilian lift. You're going to face they're going to face bad skin problems in the future, because that oil inside the body actually start expecting the skin cells. So their beauty is only going to look good for maybe a year or two, if that. If a woman is actually looking to stay natural with injections, I would go with a fat transfer that only requires her to change her diet. But the older she gets, the slower her metabolism moves, which means that the older she gets with the fat injections, the more she has to keep up with her diet. But she can also go to the gym and lose her butt as well, just through diet and exercise. So that's normally a safe way. When it comes to the Brazilian butt lift, there is no eating way out. You have to maintain your diet. You have to maintain what you eat. And you got to go to the doctor once a month or every other month just to get a checkup. Sometimes they even have to reshoot silicone inside of your legs because of the amount that's spread out. In a lot of cases, they have to remove the implants out of her just to get her body functioning again. Now, there have been a lot of doctors and a lot of backroom people that have went to jail because of these parties they throw and injections that they're doing for cheap. But the woman that's actually getting it done is facing psychological issues. She's facing attention issues, and she's not happy with who she is. Any type of woman that's getting any type of injections is to be avoided, because it doesn't matter what she's doing. It's going to affect her mind, and it's going to affect her body, and it's going to affect her soul. This phenomenon is just the beginning. There's more women that is going to get it done. The same way wigs started out with only a few. Now you got women as young as 12 years old with wigs in their hair. Now realizing you don't even have to wear wigs when you're 12 years old. You should be able to grow your hair out. But the booty implants is the next thing that every woman is going to be doing, because it's going to become a normal thing. And just when women chemically learn how to do it, you're going to have your average housewife, mom, and teenager sitting in their kitchen getting silicone and baby oil, pumping it in and injecting it into their legs. And this is the fake butt phenomenon. This is Anthony Spade. Hasta la vista.